Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite must-have summer products. Summer's just my favorite time of year. It's my favorite time when it comes to makeup. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my holy grail products, like the first things that come to mind where I'm like, I need that during the summer. There's a few categories that I don't have to share with you guys because, like, for concealer exactly, I'm not like, oh, I need that specific concealer in the summer. There are just a few categories where I have a lot of favorites, so there aren't any like specific summer standouts. I just like a bunch. So there's a few skipped over categories because I really wanted to show you guys my must-haves, like genuinely my must-haves. So first up, this is from The Body Shop. This is their 24-hour intense moisture. That's not what it's called. That's just what it's claiming to do. Sorry. This is the softening body butter, and they have a lot of different scents. This one is in strawberry. I have notoriously dry skin, and when it reaches summer, it gets so much worse, and my whole body is just itchy and I feel like I'm going crazy. And every single lotion that I've tried before this, it would just like slurp up, suck up, and then I would feel the same way again. It just never would give me enough hydration. So when my sister gave this to me, I heard quite a bit about this product and I was really excited to try it. And when I saw body butter, I was a little bit nervous because I feel like body butters can typically lean towards the thick, kind of greasy side of things. And I feel like a lot of them don't really seep into the skin, but oh my gosh, this is a lifesaver. Not only does this smell literally incredible, it smells like fresh strawberries and yogurt. It smells so natural, but this doesn't make my skin feel heavy and greasy and oily. It literally saves my skin and makes me feel wonderful for days after I apply this. And lately, ever since I picked these up, I have been obsessed with the Glossier Balm Dotcoms. These ones specifically, I have the coconut and the mint. I feel like these are perfect for summer because the coconut, like tropical, that's just a summer scent. And then mint, if you are feeling so hot and you just need to be cooled down a bit, this is very cooling and refreshing on the lips. These are the only chapsticks slash balms that have ever actually done something for my lips. These are also very, very dry, and I go through periods where they literally burn and I can't wear any lip products. If you have issues with dry lips, please try these. Also, they're not ridiculously expensive. I have one in my purse, one on my nightstand, and one on my makeup vanity. They need to be everywhere because I like carry these around with me. Now moving on to some actual makeup products, I have the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is in the shade Goldlite. And the main reason of why I like this so much is to use it as a mixing medium. So I'll take a foundation and then do like equal parts or this or however much you want, depending on how sheared out you want it to be or how glowy you want it to be. But this doesn't do anything weird with my foundation consistencies, and you look so healthy and radiant and beautiful when you apply this product. And I think if you own this product, you really don't need to go out and buy a summer foundation. You can really just get this and make any foundation you want, your summer foundation. This isn't super reflective, so I don't use this as a highlighter, but if you're going for like a no makeup day and you just want a little something, you could go for this. Moving on to primers. I'm gonna try and go fast with these products because I literally have a pile of makeup next to me. So my must-have, no questions asked primers during the summer are the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer and the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. This is my favorite primer of all time. Not only is it just a summer must-have, but an all-year-round must-have. I will forever repurchase this. It smells like coconuts. It's so refreshing. It doesn't matter how dry my skin is. This makes my makeup last longer because it has a tacky finish. This is just amazing. It pairs with every single foundation that I apply over top. This looks incredible on the skin. So ridiculously glossy and pearlized on the skin. It has this champagne finish, but when you apply this, oh my gosh, it looks so ridiculously stunning. This also has a little bit of a tacky finish to it, so it does make my makeup last a little bit longer. Not as much as the Too Faced one, but a little bit longer than the typical dewy primer that I would reach for. This literally makes your face look wet. It's so pearlescent looking. It doesn't have chunks of glitter. This is just beautiful, and it's Wet n Wild. And then for hydration purposes only, this is the Smashbox primer water. I've mentioned this in a previous video. I don't like this as a setting spray or as an actual primer because I find that it really doesn't do anything for me in the longevity of my makeup or making it look so extraordinarily different. But if I'm having a really dry skin day and a regular primer just doesn't cut it, I'll spray this over top and I'm good to go. And then this is a recent discovery, but I'm so freaking obsessed already. This is the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tint, and this is such a unique product because on one end it literally looks like a brush tip eyeliner, and then the other end of it looks like a brow powder. I haven't used this side already, but this I've been using non-stop. With this, you can actually create hair-like strokes, and it's not so pigmented that it's like, oh, too much and it starts looking fake, but you can make your brows look so feathery and bushy and real with this product. Such a go-to already. For foundation, I have a lot that I enjoy, so I typically just rotate through them in my collection, but these were the 4 foundations that came to mind when I thought summer. Last year when I went to Michigan to visit my family, I brought the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. If you guys don't know, Michigan can get very humid during the summer, and I know a lot of people think, oh, summer, I need a glowy foundation, and while yes, I love glowy foundations during the summer, your makeup also tends to wear off more quickly because of that heat and humidity if you live in a humid area. So if it's a really hot day, I will skip out on the glow products because my face will already look quite glowy very quickly. So that's when you need a long-lasting foundation. And these are them. Like I said, the Maybelline Fit Me and then the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundations. These look incredible on my skin. Wow. And although I have dry skin, these never make me feel dry, and they look flawless, like that natural satin matte finish. I truly look airbrush whenever I wear these foundations. This is my go-to #1 favorite foundation of all time. It's crazy. Drugstore. But it's the best. And I can truly wear this all day long, including this, and it will never ever look bad. And honestly, I think it looks better as the day goes on because of course naturally throughout the day when you wear makeup you are going to look a little bit more shiny, but the glow after a few hours when you wear these is beautiful, and it never looks cakey, it never looks worn off. I always look amazing in these. I'm sorry to say, but I do. And then for glowy foundations that truly look mind-blowingly gorgeous on my skin, this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. You're gonna get light to medium coverage with this. I would recommend using a long-lasting setting spray when you apply this. Just spray some on your sponge and apply all over your face once you've applied this, and then go in with your regular products and then long-lasting setting spray again, and it's foolproof. And then this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Longwear Illuminating Foundation. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. But fair warning, if you have oily skin, you will royally hate this. I'm already gonna tell you because I look wet when I wear this. After a few hours, like when I first apply this, I'm like, yeah, it's a glowy foundation. But after a few hours, the glow is insane. I have to powder my T-zone after a few hours because of how intense this is. So that's a bit too much for you. This would be an amazing mixing medium. This is full coverage and it also lasts a really great amount of time as it claims. For bronzer, I really don't have anything to mention today, and I know that's like a little outlandish because it's literally a summer must-haves video, and when you think summer, I'm sure you think bronze and glow, so why not mention bronzers? But I feel like I've talked about so many of my favorite bronzers non-stop on my channel lately, and I don't want to be redundant and annoying. So I will link down below my favorite drugstore bronzers, and then these are some of my favorite go-to high-end bronzers, Marc Jacobs and Urban Decay. I really don't need to say anything about bronzers. You guys know I talk way too much about them. For blush, if there was ever a season to wear peachy blushes, now is the time. It's always the time for me, but but now is the time. Color-wise, this is my favorite blush of all time. You guys know this. This is the Anastasia Peachy Love Blush Trio. If I could create my perfect blush color, here it is. I love this product so freaking much, just the color alone, but the formula is also amazing. These two are matte, and this one has a little bit of a sheen. It's practically undetectable, but the colors are just spot on and so perfect. And then these three are my favorite drugstore blushes. I have also uploaded a favorite drugstore blushes video, so you can check that out as well if you would like. Just gonna run through them because I've already talked about them. But this is the Flower Beauty Flower Pots Powder Blush in the shade Peach Primrose. This pairs beautifully with any makeup look. It has a beautiful bronzed, muted orange color to it. Stunning. Pigmentation on point. Blendability on point. Can't say enough. And then these two are my favorite glowy blushes, high-end and drugstore. These are so wow factor incredible. This is the Burt's Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. This one's not going to show up on people with deeper skin tones, unfortunately, but if you are someone my skin tone, lighter, or even a bit darker, this will look incredible on you. Such a beautiful natural flush of peach. This is never going to look too much, too intense, and the glow is perfect. It never emphasizes texture. This truly will just make you look like a natural beauty. And of course, this is Milani Luminoso. When I apply this blush, I think like if you are the happiest person in the world or some big moment just happened for you, this is like the glow or effect that your cheeks will have in that moment, and you can fabricate that whole experience and feeling if you apply this blush. I feel like when I apply this, I have that just proposed to look, that pregnancy glow, that Victoria's Secret glow, whatever that iconic glow moment is, this will give you that effect. Honestly, I have to say this is tied for my favorite blush color with the Anastasia Peachy Love Trio, and this will give your cheeks such a beautiful sheen. By the way, the Burt's Bees is just a little bit more glowy. And then last blush, I know there's a lot of blushes, I'm sorry, but blushes are just a must-have in the summer, especially these. These are like, I will go ballistic if these are not in my collection. If I ever run out of these, we're talking express fast shipping to my house, or I will go out in whatever state I am and buy them again. So last blush, this is the Becca Mineral Blush in the shade Songbird, and this is the blush I'm wearing today. This one very similar to the Flower Beauty blush, just pairs with any makeup look that you want, and this offers such a beautiful bronzy peach flush to the skin. It looks incredible, and it has the slightest little bit of sheen to it. Just whacked my earring, disregard. Moving on to highlight, the glow. These are freaking incredible because these all will never offer a powdery finish to the skin, and they truly look super glossy and wet. Holy cow. So the first one I have to share with you guys is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. First of all, this color is so universally friendly. It doesn't have a color cast or undertone to it, so you're only going to be able to see it when you hit that perfect lighting. Not only is this so universal for so many different skin tones, but I feel like it's so universal for so many different highlighter preferences, because if you go in with a light hand, it's super easy to make this look subtle and just really pretty, but you can build this to be really blinding and intense looking as well. But this never looks like too much on the skin. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters, and I'm so freaking upset about this, but it really is a summer must-have for me. It's the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I'm so obsessed. This is discontinued, but I'm mainly talking about the Anastasia Glow Kit formula in general. That is a summer must-have. I will never get rid of my glow kits because the formula is insane. This just happens to be my favorite out of all of them, which is why I'm picking it up. But you are golden if you pick up any that suits your taste. These are so glossy, wet looking, high shine on the skin. They blend so easily. They look seamless, and again, they're not going to give you that strong color cast. And you're getting a really good deal for your money. I believe the glow kits are around $40, so $10 per highlighter, which is a drugstore price, so it's a good bang for your buck item. Next up is the Becca Prosecco Pop Highlighter highlighter. I also own Opal and Champagne Pop, and I love those as well, but this is the color that I think of when I think summer, because at least for me personally, this is just the perfect golden, like yellow golden highlighter shade. Just like those other products, seeps into the skin, doesn't have the strong color undertone, and just looks bam, intense, not gonna emphasize texture, literally just seeps in to the skin. Next up, I have the Balm Mary Luminizer. My little sister gave this to me for Christmas, and this is one of my favorite highlighters ever. I will never get rid of this. Out of all the highlighters I'm going to talk about today, while they're all wet and glossy looking, this one and this one are the most wet looking. If I need a highlighter that I know will never do me wrong and will bring me to glow level 100, this is the highlighter I reach for all the time. That is literally the definition of wet. I've never seen a powder highlighter look that wet before. It is perfect. And the other super wet looking highlighter is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian. Not only will this give you a wet glow to the cheeks, but this will give you a metallic high shine glow, and I find the best way to apply this is just with my fingers, and then I'll blend out the edges with a beauty blender. And then this is a little bit of a bougie highlighter. This is actually what I'm wearing today. This is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. To the touch, these actually have a little bit of a drier formula to them, but on the cheeks they look so seamless, and I feel like it doesn't matter what age you are, this will look incredible on you because it really doesn't emphasize texture. So I feel like even if you're someone who has a little bit more of mature skin, this will still look incredible on you. And I find that these are easy to manipulate, so you can go in with a light hand if you prefer that, or you can get them to be super glossy. And I love that these are undetectable until you hit that perfect lighting, and wow. Wow. And in case you guys were interested in swatches, this is the Balm Mary Luminizer. Honestly, the swatch does no justice for it. It looks way more wet on the cheeks. This is the Amrezy highlighter. Freaking amazing. And then these three are like the top row from the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is Becca Prosecco Pop. Moving on to some eye products, you guys have to try the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. I'm actually wearing one today. This one is in the shade Sugar. I feel like these are so perfect, easy, and convenient for summer because literally just throw in a transition shade, deepen up the crease a little bit if you want, and throw one of these on. I would highly recommend trying one of these glossy shades or like the ultra glitter formula. This one's the shade Frog, and this looks so wet and model-esque on the lids, and they have a lot of really pretty fun bright summery colors as well. So this one's in the shade Bubble Bee. So as you can see, this is just a really fun bright yellowy orange shade, and even though these are like a cushion cream type of formula, they will dry down and they do not crease, so perfect for the hot weather. And then the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows are a must. I feel like these are so beautiful to glam up your summer looks, so you can put these all over the lid, or if you want it to be even easier, just pop them in the inner corner. This one's in the shade Gold Goddess, and this one's a cult favorite, Kitten Karma. These are just so easy to use and manipulate. Even after applying them, you can still take shadow and blend the outer corners. These last all day long. They don't texturize your lids and make them look gross. The paddle applicator makes it super easy to use, especially for cut creases. They're so convenient. And then for eyeshadow palettes, I really don't wear a lot of eyeshadow in the summer. It's mainly skin based, but if I'm going to pick up an eyeshadow palette, it's going to be one of these three. This is the ColourPop Yes Please palette. It's definitely like my most used and requested palette on my channel. You guys are obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with it. This literally screams summer, and the ColourPop formula is just way too good for the price. Way too good. Next, we have the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I know when it first released there was a lot of talk about like, oh, why is Anastasia releasing a neutral palette? But this is not your basic boring neutral palette. You have everything you need from a light cream shade to a pitch black matte shade, and all the neutral colors in between. You have like a burgundy, your rosy tones, gold, bronze, orange colors, browns, rust colors. Like, you have have everything you need, and the Anastasia formula is so good. Just go in with a light hand because these are super pigmented, but they blend beautifully. This is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes. I feel like everyone needs this in their collection. And then the last one is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This is not perfect just for summer, but all year round. The formula is outstanding in this palette. I'm sure most of you guys know that, but you have so many beautiful shimmer shades, warm matte shades. Moving on to lip colors. This is the season of red for Anna. Red and gloss. And I don't have any glosses to mention for you guys today just because I don't have like a summer must-have gloss because I have so many that I use all of the time. So just like off the top of my head, I use ColourPop, NYX Butter Gloss, Revlon Super Lustrous lip glosses. I have so many that I love. So that's why I'm not mentioning any in today's video, but these are must have. Like, I need to have these in my collection, especially for summer. I will wear these all year round though, honestly. And the funny thing is that none of these are like actually a traditional red lipstick. I find those to be classically beautiful, but for me a little bit boring because I like to have a little bit of something to my lip colors. So my favorites are bright, loud, in your face red oranges, and then I have a few like bright strawberry colors or just, you'll see. So this is the Kylie Velvet Lipstick, and this one is in the shade Dazzle, and this just has the perfect strawberry youthful summer tone to it. I get compliments on it every time I wear it. And this one is her matte formula, and this one is in the shade Kristen. This is definitely the deepest red that I have when it comes to summer, but there's just something about this tone that is so sexy and eye-catching. Oh my gosh. And then the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade I'm Shook. This is practically a dupe for the Kristen shade, but it's just a hair brighter in tone. It's so beautiful, so comfortable if you haven't tried this formula already. Very long lasting and lightweight. The ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip formula. This one is in the shade Cozy, which is such a stunning, bright, in your face strawberry red with a hint of an orange undertone. And lastly, the Ofra Liquid Lipsticks have one of my favorite go-to formulas. They're so comfortable. I'm wearing one today. This one's in the shade Manila, but these ones are red. So this is Ultimate Red, which is a super bright strawberry red, as you can see, with a little bit of a pink in there as well. Like, wow, that is neon. I love it. And then this one is Venice, which is honestly the perfect red orange lip color. I could not ask for a more perfect red orange. I'm obsessed with all 6 of these. And last products are my must-have setting sprays. So of course, we gotta whip out the Urban Decay All-Nighter because you want your makeup to last through all of that heat and humidity. I've never found a setting spray to make my makeup last as long as this one does. And then to give my skin more of a glow, I'm obsessed with MAC Fix Plus and the Glam Glow Glow Setter. If you're gonna use MAC Fix Plus, I would highly recommend going in with an actual setting spray because that's not what this is for. But I've never found a spray to melt my makeup to the degree that MAC Fix Plus does. This gives me the most flawless, perfected glow. When I apply this, it doesn't matter how much makeup I've caked on, it will look like skin if I apply this over top. This is a must. And the Glow Setter, first of all, it smells like candy. It's delicious. Second, it really does give my skin a beautiful glow and it makes my makeup last longer. Not as much as All Nighter, but it still does an amazing job. So that is all for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe it down below if you haven't already. If you might want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and summer. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.